It looked like it was going to eventually fall over to the left, which would be a disaster. Could even like put some zip ties through here and pull this to the left a little bit up at the top, or actually put something on the underneath the PC here to kind of kick it up to more to the right, because it's still kind of lopsided. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's going to do it for today. That was an ordeal that scared the absolute crap out of me, and I don't want to do it again if I don't have to. But we did get the Sabrent, the rocket, installed, and now we got some more VGA, which I'm stoked about. And the board's supposed to have VGA, but I don't see most of it on. Must be off on the board. I don't know. I gotta check. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good day.
Power on. Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Welcome back to the channel, and we are here in the SCSR bathroom today to take a look at this IPX7 waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Now this was graciously provided to me from the manufacturer to go ahead and check out. So today we're going to unbox it, see what's inside, test it out, and let you know how good it is. Back in the supercar street racing bathroom again with Brad, and today we have this IPX7 wireless Bluetooth waterproof speaker for the shower on the channel to check out, with the funniest name ever, PRSCFUM. It's like perfume misspelled, so I don't know what that's all about, but it does have some pretty cool packaging. I was kind of impressed by this right off the bat when I saw the packaging, like they're trying to copy some higher end packaging or whatever. But next, let's open this up and see what's inside. We got the IPX7 here in Supercar Street Racing, and inside of the box, which I've already opened so I could charge it for you guys, we are going to find the following goodies. Like I said, really cool packaging and a very nice display here when you open up the box. And right inside the box, you do see the actual Bluetooth speaker in here. And when you take it out, you can see it is kind of like a show device, so or a dot. So I don't want to say it to wake up the friends there, but you can see it does look like a dot here if you check it out. This one is white and black, and on top it does have controls, which I will explain to you here in a moment. But taking a good look at this, it has a way to hang it right there, and also it has a way to hook it on the back if you happen to have a screw available. A lot of people don't have that in their shower obviously because they have tile, but this has a couple of different ways to hang it up. One of them being you could just put it on a string and hang it from your shower curtain rod there. And then now let's take a look at what's in the instruction manual. So taking a look at the instruction manual, here on the first page, just some gentle reminders here about keeping it away from children and things like that. And then it shows you how to operate the on-off key by holding the power button for 3 seconds to turn it off or on. And then resetting it, you hold the power button down for 8 seconds. And as we move to the next page, you can see it shows you how to go next and previous to play the next song, or you short press it to turn up the volume or turn down the volume. You can adjust the light here, and you can switch between Bluetooth mode and FM mode here on this page also. And then it shows you your display screen, your display clock, the FM frequency, and then how to actually go ahead and wirelessly pair. And it does remind you should be charging this thing for at least 2 hours before you go for your first rip with it. Next page, we got the TWS interconnect, which just shows you that you can connect 2 of these speakers together, which is pretty cool. And then down at the bottom, it shows you how you can reset the speaker by holding the power button down for 8 seconds until the red light flashes and the speaker turns off. And then after restarting, the pairing is separated. And then the last page just shows you your charging equipment, your activation and your warranty, and has some technical specifications about your Bluetooth speaker. And that's pretty much it for the instruction manual. Now that we took a look at the IPX7, we're going to take a look at what's inside the accessories box here now. So what did it actually come with? Well, inside of this box, you're just going to find two simple things. You're going to find this instruction manual, and then you're also going to find this USB Type-C cable to charge your brand new Bluetooth waterproof speaker. And they gave you one more surprise goodie that's buried way down in there, and it is a little suction cup. So you can take this suction cup and you can actually put it in the back there where that screw hole is, and then you can suction it right to the tile, and it sticks up on the tile really cool. So even if you don't have a place to set it down, you can use this suction cup and go ahead and put it up in your shower. Now let's take this IPX7 right into that shower and see how it performs while we get clean. Here's a good close-up look at the front of the IPX7 and a good close-up look at the box here that it comes with. But I wanted to show you guys the controls here. So basically we have the power button right here. You hold it down.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
And then there are different ways for actually pairing it, but it did just show up. When you hold down the power button initially and keep holding it down, it is ready to be paired, and it come up as S3 on the phone. And then once you are connected to the device, this is your volume up and your volume down button. This button here controls the lights, so right now it is just on an endless cycle. But if you do push this button again, you can go to a solid color, and it'll go right through all the solid colors until you get right back to the cycling of the LEDs. Now, my one question was how to set the clock, and I did look in the manual for a while for that. But as soon as I connected it to the phone, the time did update. So I guess it gets it from Bluetooth would be my guess. Now, once that is all connected, then you just have your other device, your phone or your tablet, the S3, you can go ahead and play music from it from there. Okay, you just saw how this IPX7 performed in the shower, and I got in there and it sounded really good. We were listening to no copyright music. Now let's take this thing over to Brad in the Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio to check it out on Amazon. Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. We're out here in the 4K production studio, and I'm Brad. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so happy to have you here, and we encourage you to like and subscribe to the videos, and also buy all your products through our affiliate links down below and leave comments and suggestions for me. But today we are talking about this IPX7 Bluetooth and shockproof speaker. And you can see right here, right now, when I turn on this power button, it will come on, I promise you.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Now, I wasn't pushing it hard enough, that's why it didn't come on immediately. And you can see right here, it does have a clock right here, and it did say connected because it is currently connected to my phone. On the back, it does have a nice slot there to put in the suction cup, or either to hang it from the wall. And I do like the way the colors rotate on this. And also, you can actually change the colors just by pressing the button on the front. And then to power it off, you simply hold that down.
Power off.
And it does say power off. Comes in this stylish box with a USB Type-C charging cable and a suction cup for the back. And taking a look here at the reviews, it does have a 4.9 rating, which is actually really good. 37 ratings, and it is rated at a 4.9, a 95% rating. It is IP67 waterproof and shower speaker is what they're calling it, but I guess you could use it on the water also. 6 LED light patterns. Basically, it'll cycle through the lights, or you can actually just put it on one individual color. It has the sucker thing on the back to stick it up on the wall there in your shower or other places. It does have an LCD display that shows you the time and the battery and the track number. And it says it is true wireless stereo, so it thinks it is a stereo speaker. And now let's take a look at some of the reviews on the. And now look at the. I just wanted you guys to see the name, because it's funny what they think that they when they name these things, that they think we understand the names. It's Perksfum, I guess. I have no idea. But taking a look at the ratings, it has 5 stars. Great sound quality for how portable it is. This next one says this speaker is actually nice, and it does show the speaker right here with the colors on it. And this says great little product, gets loud for its size. I'm using it as a computer speaker and it gets the job done. Absolutely agree. You saw me in there in the shower. I had no issues whatsoever with it in the shower. It did get wet, and also it sounded pretty good in there, I'm not gonna lie. Very satisfied with this product. Super fun. Great shower speaker, loud, and then there's some pictures of the box here. And it does have an FM radio, which we did not even show you on this review, but it does do FM radio as well. And this is from another country, so it is in a different language. Now, if we go back out to the main page here, there are some other speakers here for you to check out. There's one here for $29. Not sure if it actually does RGB LED where it spins around the top like that. There is some other ones here for $15 and things like that. There are plenty of options available for a Bluetooth speaker for your shower, but this one is actually a really good option. Let's take a look at some of the pictures here. Now you can see the front here, the buttons on it, and if we get to the side here, the USB Type-C jack does have a waterproof little plug in there to keep water from getting on the speaker. Now it only has one picture of the device, and it does have one video. Let's see if we can call that up.
Speaker for the shower. Love that it just suctions on anywhere. It's a good strong suction.
So somebody just did a video review of this.
It works with Bluetooth, recharges. Awesome, has volume levels, has a fun little light. Seriously, it's been the best thing. It's waterproof, so it's fun too. Also, we can take it on the boat. It has like a little thing.
There you go.
Like a string too, so it hooks on and not worrying about it getting water damage because it's waterproof. Works super well, goes really loud.
Alright, so you can see in this review, she did say that they do take it on a boat, so that is very interesting. That's another use for the IPX7. And once again, please buy this through my affiliate link down in the comments section below. Anything you can do for us, and you don't have to buy this product, you can buy anything you want through any of my links. Click any of my links when you're going to Amazon and buy anything you want. And that gives me a little help with the channel because we do lose money. Now this one was provided for us, so we didn't lose anything on this, but it still helps the channel greatly if you could buy through our links. And please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon, and we'll see you next time. I don't have to take a shower, but I'm peace out.
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please. Huh? You pooped in the refrigerator. Who let the dogs out?
I need NOS. I need NOS.
No.
My car topped out at 140 miles per hour this morning.
You got knocked the fuck out!
this anymore!
What's going on, everybody? Supercar Street Racing here with a little update. I did sell my Lexus IS300 to my friend Philip in Hawaii. The car did leave on Saturday, and I do have some video of that. I'll be posting, or I might have already posted that. And here is my new car. This is a 2011 BMW 335i convertible. Purchased it in Florida. Drove it up from Jupiter to Jacksonville yesterday. It is 52,000 miles, and it is black sapphire over saddle brown, in really good condition. Really love this car. This is my second 335i. I do like the auto transmission over the manual in these cars. So this car has the MHD stage 1 flash. I'm waiting for some hardware parts to come in before I flash it to a higher stage. Ordered full bolt-ons for it. It also has the XHP transmission flash in it, and so that should help out as well. It's really cool that they finally were able to crack the 6-speed transmission on this car. So that's my new BMW 335i convertible. You'll hear some more updates from me. Supercar Street Racing later. Guys, welcome to the channel. Today is an exciting day, unexpected day, because I picked up something major today for the channel, and it's sitting right over here, and I don't even know how to operate it yet. Check this out, guys. Brand new, used, of course. Editing rig, gaming rig for Supercar Street Racing channel. And this is the Ryzen 12 core processor, water cooled. Got the RTX 3080, 64 gigs of RAM. Just a sweet setup. I'm actually trying to figure out how to open the case. It's a Leon Lee case, and I'm going to open it up and blow it out with air before I even start. I don't know if you guys can see in there because of the reflection, but yeah. Finally got a computer. I'll explain. My old computer was terrible. You guys can sit here and watch me struggle trying to figure out how to open this case now. I managed to get the front off of the case, and then I messaged the seller, and he told me something about the mesh. Sealed. Oh. That's good enough for us to blow this out, but I need hearing protection, guys, because my hearing is already shot from loud music my whole life. Oh yeah. Takes the compressor about 5 minutes to recharge, so it's recharged again. Let's go ahead and do this. Needs one more round. Round 3 of blowing out my new computer. Every time I do it, I get more dust. Good enough. Here's a good look at the MSI motherboard and the RTX 3080 Tough graphics card and the SSD here, 1 terabyte SSD. Looks like I can put another one at the bottom down there. So I'm gonna order that today. Get that installed. I need it for editing. I need a second SSD for editing. But yeah, guys, so far, so freaking good, huh? So we'll see you guys inside when we hook this up. I lied because I didn't clean the glass yet. Go ahead and give this glass once over. And then once I get it in its spot, I can clean it again. So this just closes like that, just kind of magnetically. Like that. Got all my fingerprints all over it, which it will again because I'm about to carry it inside. This is cool, man. I'm so hyped. I think this is my first, believe it or not, even though I'm an IT security engineer, this is my first real PC. And it looks like the front case just kind of, actually it needs to be blown off too. Good grief. Now that's good as well. The Leon Lee case. And that, my friends, is that. This thing's going to get carried inside now. We are here in the Supercar Street Racing Editing Palace. And we need to make sure that the old PC is ready to go with remote desktop, because we need to be able to get to this, possibly. Let's see. Not remote desktop, Team Viewer. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. We are here in the Supercar Street Racing Editing Palace, and we need to make sure that the old PC is ready to go with remote desktop, because we need to be able to get to this, possibly. My new machine does not have SATA ports, so there's not going to be any hooking up my existing drive unless it's with a USB adapter, which I do have a USB 3 adapter, so I'm going to do it that way for now. Order another SSD to edit on. I just thought about one thing that might be an issue also, because I didn't turn on Wi-Fi on this computer before I shut it off. I think do is modify my desk. I am going to either remove the piece of wood that's there and make another piece for it, or just stack on top of that one. Since I have plenty of height, I just don't have the length here. I'll stack it on top of that and make it longer and send a bunch of screws down through it, and that should be good enough to get this guy going. But everything is powered up, and let's see what happens after we get logged back in over here to work. And it wants to update the display adapter, but obviously we have the latest one from NVIDIA. Because if we click here on GeForce Experience, we are up to date. Guys, we have gone through a little bit of a pain point with our rendering drive until we get our new SSD in tomorrow. But this is the ceiling fan project that would not render before. And this is the first render compared to the old machine, which had a almost 8-year-old Quadro 1200. I have to show you guys this. There's a fan speed switch right here on the top, and I just realized it was on low for just like web browsing and stuff, so I cranked it up to high since I'm doing rendering, just to watch the temperatures on the CPU and stuff. I meant to tell you guys also, Premiere Pro seems to be way faster than Vegas Pro. And the only reason that I stopped using Premiere Pro is because of this massive bug that I found. And literally, I could not edit on it anymore because it would start eating up system RAM. And then it would eventually use up all 16 gigs of my system RAM, and then it would crash the computer. The whole computer would crash. I was going to show you guys how struggling the GPU is and the computer when there is time lapse going on. That seems to be super GPU intensive. Alright guys, I've been playing with the computer all day long. Did eventually get my one video edited about the ceiling fan. Took forever because there's some kind of issue with the actual project that wouldn't get past a certain point. So I ended up rendering it in like 3-minute chunks or 5-minute chunks until I got it all done. Then I put those in a final project and I rendered all that at one time and it worked fine. I'm switching back here to Premiere to try to start editing in Premiere, because you notice here in Premiere It's so much faster. It uses all GPU, almost no CPU, whereas Vegas Pro is primarily CPU heavy, and even people on the forums are like, man, something's wrong with this thing. And it takes forever on Vegas. So I'm going to switch back to Premiere, and if I need to do like some time lapses, I'll probably use Vegas for those because it's so much easier. But I hope you guys like the upgrade to the channel with the brand new PC to edit with. I love you guys. Peace out. What is the deal with all the frogs out here? They're insane. Why? Is it so loud? Guys, the frogs. What is happening? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful but chilly day in Florida, and we can see the alligators out there chilling out in the pond right there. And today, our main focus is this room over here. Guys, we are over here on the side, and the neighbor's dog is barking at me like crazy, but I am opening up this area for you. You can hear the dog going crazy. And here we are in the new shed to talk about plans for this room. Hey guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. I hope you're having a great day today, and I'm so happy that you joined me to take a look at what we're going to do out in the shed, which is now becoming my studio. We have run out of places to record here. I need a bigger space with lighting and microphones and everything, and I cannot do that in my current master bedroom, which you are seeing right behind me here. Now, taking a look on the screen here, just pretend that this window isn't here. I found this rectangle PNG online, but picture inside the shed, this would be where the large door is, and when you walk through the front door, which would be right here, this would be the back wall up against the house. So basically right here we have the house wall, and I don't know why it did that. Struggling. Okay, so this one we want to transform this to make it bigger. So let's just put that right there. It just kind of shows us what we're dealing with here. This would be the wall that you look at when you walk into the shed. And we have options here for this wall or this other wall, which you can't see in this picture here, but my thoughts are this. Get to my clip art page. So I'm thinking this. So I know this isn't going to be correctly perspective because they're actually not facing the correct way. But imagine if this TV was facing this way instead of being I might be able to skew it that way. Let's see. Not sure if I can make this actually look right. That's kind of fine. Yeah, that's perfect. So imagine this TV facing forward. Let's duplicate that. And drag. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do? Okay. That's not working. Keeps going back to the other won't let me drag the television. So let's just delete that layer. Try it again. It is not letting me drag that. There it goes, finally. It was acting really dumb. It was always going back to the other one. Let's see, it keeps doing it now. Ah, the stupid thing. Alright, fine. Won't let me drag that one no matter what I do. Okay, so after that frustrating, you can see where we have the two TVs. They'll actually be spaced out more than that. They're actually smaller. Let's see, transform, scale. This is just a rough estimation. And we'll do the same thing here. Edit, transform, and scale. It's going to be more like that on the wall, even though they are 50-inch TVs. And then I'm thinking like Govee lights in the center here. Like, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Govee lights, LED. I'm thinking like some of these panels. Like one right in the center. Let me save that. See if there's any way I can put that on the wall here, but I'm thinking right in the middle there would look cool. Like right in here. Somewhere in there on the wall. Of course, you can't tell by perspective what it's going to look like, but something like that, and then both of the TVs with the Govee immersive lighting here. So that looks like this. If I can get my... Alright, so the Govee TV lighting right here. Behind both TVs with the little camera, and basically like I have in the bedroom, and it will basically follow the pattern on the TV. So one of those for each television. So those would be behind there. So we would have, I cannot do anything here. It will not let me. Govee TV light. And edit, transform, scale. And duplicate that if it'll not freak out. And let me actually move it. Okay, cool. So that's the one wall there as you walk in and you're looking straight ahead, and I would have a desk right here. Apparently, if I could find one here, let's look for one. Desk PNG. This might work because it's kind of perspective. Let's see. Okay, wrong place. Clip art. Alright, so here's our desk. Let's take a look at that in clip art. Desk. Found it. We'll have to flip this around. So edit, transform, rotate 180. Nope, that's not it. Undo. Edit, transform, rotate clockwise. No. Flip. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Yep. All right, again, not going to be perfect, but I'm thinking desk here and desk here, and that would make up that part of the room, and then we could actually shoot on this part of the room. Let's save this. So let's do projects, and let's make a new folder here for it. New studio. And we'll go in here, and I didn't even save it in the right place. File save as. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so that's actually the first wall. So remember, this is the big door right here. I don't know if I can draw it. Let's see. How do I draw? Oh, well, you guys get the picture. Picture the big door here. And let's do file new. Get our room in here again. And this time we are going to switch it around. So let's pretend like this is the door. So let me see if I have a door PNG file. I don't have one. Let's grab one real quick. Perfect, if we can actually get this one without signing up. I don't think we can, but let's try it. Free download. Nope. These guys want you to subscribe, and I am not putting my name in there. Just need a regular door, no big deal. Let's see. Perfect. Download. Did it not download? It's tricky, man, finding out the right. There it goes. You never know which one is the right button to actually download. All right, so there's our door. And it would be on this wall here. And let's see if we can skew it. Just like that. Perfect. So there's our door entering into the shed, our small door. Forget these windows, they are not there. Let's do this. Let's layer merge visible. Let's take a little section here. Actually, we can do a section here. Copy. And paste. And move it. Layer. And then let's edit paste again. Paste. And move it. Wait, what happened? Edit. Paste. Move it. Dude, Photoshop is being dumb right now. Promise it's not me. Alright, so let's merge that down. Now we don't have our windows. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so I'm thinking on this wall maybe is where we actually do shoots. So we would have a TV here. With Govee lighting behind it. Got to make it kind of the same shape as or as askew as the wall. right, so my recording got cut off right in the middle of designing, but here is the finished product here of that wall. And then, of course, this wall where the door is will not have anything on it except just be drywalled and maybe some lighting, like some regular lighting. I'm not sure yet. Maybe some wall sconces, since I have the ability to do power before I do anything else. But yeah, now let's go back out into the shed and take a look at what's going on in there. All right, guys, we are out here in the new room built on the side of the house, which originally was going to be a shed, but I have decided to make this into my office and our new studio. And I do have a plan for this, guys, and that is that we are going to insulate, drywall, and then make this into a actual room. So our plan is right here. There's a 2x4 up there running the top. We will put another one at the bottom and then run studs up and down so that there is something for the drywall to attach to. You have to have that. Not sure what we're going to do here about this outlet. Hopefully we can just leave it where it is and maybe even run another run down here so we have power all the way down this wall. We will also be putting in either 2 or 3 50-inch TVs in here, and that will be for work and for the channel to make some video stuff out here. And then we will light this very well and remove this hose and cap that off, most likely, since we don't need it anymore. That is the current plan. Now, so what we're gonna do here is we will be drywalling everything. Hopefully we don't have issues with water coming in anymore. I did have problems, but I got gutters installed. You guys have not seen that, but I did get gutters right here, and they drop right here. And that pulls the water away from the shed where it was leaking in here, because the guy who built my shed, I told him not to, but he built it directly on the ground. Now, this door needs weather stripping around it, all the way around it, so that it is sealed up completely. I don't know how exactly I'm going to do that yet. I really wish the door wasn't here now. The original plan was to park the golf cart in here. That is no longer the plan. It will stay in the garage. But yeah, so something to the effect of 50-inch televisions on this wall, maybe 2 here, like 1 here and 1 here. And then maybe over here is where we actually shoot. So we would have a desk here in the corner and we would shoot right up against that wall. And maybe we have a smaller television right there, like a 40-inch or something for the studio, and then lights up here. Even these lights are awesome in here, but we need more for shooting. So that is the current plan. We will go take a look at the design, and I really hope that we can get the foam insulation in here. I don't know what that would cost. Probably a good amount, maybe $1,000 is what I'm thinking, maybe less. It's about 150 square feet room. And that's it so far. Now we just got to kind of figure out how we're going to do it and all the wiring and everything we're going to need. We do probably want to get Cat 5 in here, or Cat 6, and run up, and we can't go into the house up there because we're up against the gutters. So what we'll have to do is put a conduit right there on the corner and then just right up into the soffits over there and pull all the wiring through. Gonna suck because it's hard to get to, but that's just kind of what it is. Kind of want a big Supercar Street Racing logo out here. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm still looking into it. Fortunately, I did all the power ahead of time except for just this wall. I will have to run power on this wall on the outside, and then up to the televisions. And also we will have lights on the wall, so those will need power as well. So I'll be running those outlets as well. Still got to look into what kind of lighting I want to do. I do like those hexagon lights for the roof. Like those hexagon light pattern lights would look awesome on the ceiling, although we don't have a very tall ceiling in here. And actually over here I can almost touch it, but it gets higher over here, which I like. But I'm thinking a desk here to work, like regular work desk for work stuff, and then that corner for shooting, or opposite, work desk over here and shooting over here in this corner, or on this wall would also be amazing for shooting, and we could put 150-inch TV right there. But that's the plan so far, guys. Thanks for watching the channel, guys. Stay tuned for more as we build the studio.
Okay. Right here. Right here. Look at you. Yay!
Corgi Christmas. Korg deer. Rain Korg. What are you looking at? We're out here in the garage, Supercar Street Racing. Brad here, taking a look at the club car precedent, and yes, the washing machine is on. But yeah, today I've got the wheels sitting right here in the garage, and Rich and I are going to take a trip out to get some tires, and the guy said he would mount the tires, but I kind of don't trust him. I think I'm just going to buy the tires from him and drop the wheels and tires off at Tire Outlet, which has done my car forever, and I totally trust them. So yeah, that's what we're doing today on Supercar Street Racing. What's up, guys? I stole Rich's truck keys. Now we gotta go steal his car or truck or whatever it is to go grab these wheels and tires from Tire Outlet. Oh, almost forgot my wallet. Do that all the time now. Now that I don't have a car, I don't have a reason to reach here on the counter and get my keys, or my wallet, sorry. I'm all over the place today. Yeah, I got the keys to the Toyota. Go over here and steal Rich's car real quick. Come on. Gotta go get the car. I forgot the sheet to put down on Rich's back seat to keep it from getting all dirty. So I got the sheet here. And now let's go steal Rich's truck. Successful mission, stole Rich's truck, and he don't even know about it. Let's go get some wheels. So I got brand new tires from this dude out in the middle of nowhere, about 12 miles away, for literally 40 bucks each. Brand new. 205 3014 golf cart tires that the cheapest you could possibly find online is like $48 each plus tax. So we went and picked those up and brought them to Tire Outlet here. So we are almost there. Gonna go ahead and grab the wheels and see how they look. They did tell me that one of the center caps was damaged, but the guy who sold me the wheels went ahead and shipped me a new center cap. So yeah, we are here at Tire Outlet. I see the wheels right now. All right, got the wheels and the tires in the back of the truck. Right there, another truck almost hit me coming in the wrong side of the road. But yeah, we are headed back home on this miserable afternoon in Jacksonville. It's very cold, very rainy, but we have brand new wheels and tires for the club car precedent sitting right back there, guys. Can't wait. I'm hyped. Hype train. All right, we are out here in the garage, guys, and we have to get one replacement center cap, but other than that, we need to get our tools together to start on this wheel change. We'll have to pull one off to replace the bent, broken center cap. I'll show you guys that here momentarily. I'm just taking off the warm shirt. I've got the heater going in the garage too. But let me show you what happened with the center cap. So one of them came out of the box like this. They're plastic, so I don't know what happened, but that one got all jacked up. They pushed through the back. It's also damaged right there. Right there and right there. Maybe a manufacturing defect, I don't know. Also have black lug nuts to go on them. And we need our jack over here. Just get my handy dandy gloves on. And we will start. Even though I just rotated these wheels and tires, these are sold. Already sold. Which will pay for the new tires. see, we got the new wheels and tires installed and they look so good. But now we need to get them dressed up. So this is the finished product. I just need valve stem caps. So I'm gonna get online and order those. But this is how the cart looks. I do have a quote to get the cart plastic dipped in satin black, and I need to get rid of all the wood grain. But this is how it looks. Not sure if I'm gonna need a lift in the rear yet. I like the fitment, it's tight. It bulges a little bit past the fender well. Maybe I could do wider fender liners, I'm not sure. I'll look into that. But yeah, so it came out really good. I love the way it looks. It really makes a huge difference on the cart, like a big difference. So now it is cleanup time. All right, so they did leave off the center caps on my wheels. They actually were sent with the wheels from ST, but the tire shop left them off, which is fine. I want to get some metal ones, so we're here on eBay looking for black metal valve stem caps. See if we can find any that don't say Ford, don't say Chevy, don't have grenades. And that's probably him messaging me now. Yep, he wants to send me some, but I'm like, no, I got it, man. Yeah, he's apologizing for it, but it's actually not his fault. Okay, so here we are, looking for some black center caps. These are $6. All I need is the cheapest ones they have in black. Let's see if there's anything cheaper that's in the US. 50 cents from China, 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 China. And he is messaging me again, and I don't want him to feel bad about it. I'm telling him they're in the video. If I could spell video. Alright, so all this is China. Really cheap stuff. I guess we're not going to find anything local for cheap. China, China. Here's one for $4.29. That arrives next week. Let's look at Amazon. Black. Tire. All caps. Oh, $5. Arrives before Christmas, arrives before Christmas. All these say arrive before Christmas. Let's go ahead and order these. We'll be here Friday. I don't need 12, good grief. There's 4. I'm gonna look at the ones with the reflective stuff on them. So let's just grab these up here, no big deal. They're $5, $6. You get extra ones. I don't know if I like the plain ones better, like these kind, or if I like these round kind. Right before Christmas, Friday, December. Everything's Friday, 2 days from now. So let's just grab it. Let's make it easy. He's still messaging me. I feel bad for him. All right, let's go ahead and grab these. Enough talking. For $1, you get like a bunch of them, and they're on sale. Oh, that's cool. Gray, black. Yeah, we're getting black. Guys, that's gonna wrap up the project for today with the golf cart here. Now all we have to do is get some black valve stem covers, which I'm gonna go online and order right now. I'll share those in the description. Also, these came from ST Wheels on Facebook. I will have a link in the description, and it will be superimposed down below throughout the video. But for now, that is all from Supercar Street Racing. The dash kit will be here today. The carbon fiber dash kit. I still got to get a carbon fiber steering wheel and deal with this seat problem too, this ugly alligator skin seat. I'm trying to trade it for someone that has black, but I don't know if anyone's going to be willing to do that. But the Supercar Street Racing, I hope you guys have a good day and a great weekend. Hey, welcome back everybody. Supercar Street Racing here with another review. Got an exciting one for you today. So I got a Ninja air fryer for my birthday. It is the Ninja 4-quart air fryer. Alexa, search for Ninja air fryer.
1 moment.
So while Alexa,
For Ninja air fryer.
while Alexa calls this up, I will show you guys here some information about it. So it is a 4-quart, and Amazon has it. Amazon has it for $89 right now.
Try saying add to cart.
And then here's a few pictures of it. So some of the things it does is air fry, air roast, reheat, and dehydrate. And it does come with a little nice cookbook quick start guide. So it has some recipes in here, like fries, beef jerky, jalapeno poppers, loaded baked potatoes. There's lemon and herb crusted panko. And another thing I really liked about it is it also comes with a chart here, and there's probably millions of these available online. But it shows you air frying tips and tricks, like it wants you to shake your food several times when you're cooking so that way it promotes more crispiness, because the burner is actually up on the top, and I'll show you guys that when we look at it a little bit closer. You can definitely go online and just search for air frying recipes, and I'm sure there's millions. It says it's dishwasher safe, but I heard do not. It says dishwasher safe, but I thought it said somewhere in here not to ever put it in the dishwasher, but I'll look further for that and let you guys know. So for example, today we're going to be doing hot dogs in it. I'm going to show you guys how that works. And the closest thing to that in the actual recipe, without going onto the internet and looking, is sausages. And it says 4 sausages here are 8 to 10 minutes at 390. So I would probably just do 8 minutes because they're pre-cooked hot dogs and they're thinner than sausages. We also have a nice dehydration chart right here. So you can dehydrate things like apples, asparagus, bananas, beets, eggplants, herbs, anything like that that you desire to dehydrate. But I really like this thing a lot, and taking a look at the front panel here, we start in the upper left if you're facing the unit. Right here we have a temperature control. So basically when you turn the unit on, it always comes on with the temperature. If you put it on air fry, it comes up with the temperature on 390, but you can then adjust it like this. And then the time will always come up on 20, and you can adjust it up or down with this guy. So like I said, moving from left to right, we've got the temperature, then we've got the time adjustment here, and then right below that we've got the functions. So if you notice right here, we are on air fry, but we also have a preheat here, where we can preheat the unit before we, reheat, my mistake, where we can reheat things before. The preheating is actually done when you actually hit start. You'll want to add a couple of minutes to preheat, especially if your recipe says that you need to preheat the device. But yeah, we've got preheat here, we've got dehydrate here, we've got our power button here, and we've got start and pause there. Now notice on the side here, we've got a little quick decal, which I didn't remove yet because I wanted you guys to check it out. We have a little chart here. So it shows for chicken, you go 350 for 22 to 25 minutes. Fries, you go, if they're cold or frozen, you go 350, 20, 25 minutes. And then it shows you fries if they're not frozen. And then steak, cupcakes, or I guess cake, and then it shows you fish there. Now taking a deeper look at this unit here, the 4-quart Ninja air fryer. If we pull this thing open, it does have a basket right here that holds 4 quarts. Okay, so here's the inside of the basket, and if you see right here, this part here, and I guess they call this I don't know what they call this part, but this comes right out for ease of cleaning, and also you can preload your food on here, and then you can just literally drop it right into the basket here. And then this just slides right into the front of the unit like that. And yes, so when you're cooking, if you want to take the basket out, it's easy enough. You just leave it running, you pull the basket out, you can shake your food like this, and then you can stick the basket right back in, and it will continue to cook. And so now let's take a look at actually using this. So what we're going to do is we are going to make some bread hot dogs, so no buns, just bread. And we're going to cook the hot dogs first. We're going to add bread and cheese, and then we are going to melt the bread and cheese with the Ninja. So let's get on to doing that next. All right, welcome back, guys. So today we are going to be actually cooking some hot dogs in the 4-quart Ninja fryer. We have all of our ingredients here, and then if you like to drink, we have some wine right there as well for you for after we get done with your hot dogs. So we also have our wiener grabbers right here. Got our wiener grabbers. We got our plate, 2 slices of American cheese, our mustard, because you gotta have mustard and ketchup on a hot dog, and our turkey dogs. If you're trying to be healthy, obviously you want turkey and not full fat. And we're just going to be doing this on bread today, so we're going to show you guys how that works. So first things first, you want to take out your air fryer basket here. Get your wieners out. Everybody get your wieners out. There's one. We're going to be doing 2 today. Second wiener. Throw that in the basket there. Reseal your hot dogs so they don't go bad. Take a look at the hot dogs inside the basket there. They can go just anywhere inside there. Go ahead and put that in. And in our guide here, the closest thing that we have on the air fry chart, let's see, let's go to air fry pork. So we got sausage, but that's probably for like the bigger sausages. So this says 8 to 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and go with 8 at 390. So let's push our power button, our air fry button. It's already at 390. We push our down arrow button to get to 8. And then we hit start. Now, while that is going, now this is a little bit of an idea of how loud it is. So it's pretty loud. I would say not super loud, but like medium sound level. While that's going for another 7 minutes, let's go ahead and get our bread ready and prep our dogs. So normally I would eat the end, but I won't make you guys watch that today. So I will skip the ends. So here we got just regular sandwich bread. Seal our bread back up with the little known technique, hack, of spinning it and then tucking it. That should have been its own video probably, but the bread's all nice and sealed right there. Done with our wieners, so we can put those to the side. Now, take your cheese. Take your cheese slices, lay them on the bread. Just like that. And so the next thing we are doing is waiting for our hot dogs to get done. If you like to check on them, you can open it. They look great. You can open this device when it is running and don't feel bad or that you're going to hurt it. It is designed for that because they actually want you to take it out, and we're going to roll them around so they cook better and throw those back in. When they're done, make sure you have wiener grabbers because they're going to be hot little wieners. So have something to grip those with when you take them out. We still got 6 minutes. While we're waiting for that 6 minutes, I'll just go ahead and read you some of the stuff here in the little manual quick start guide. So it wants you to use fresh vegetables, and at least 1 tablespoon of oil. But in the actual cooking chart, it tells you whether you're supposed to toss in oil or spritz or brush the food with oil. And for sausages, you don't do that. They're already very oily. Some of the other things is that you don't want to overcrowd, so don't put too much in the basket. For more browning, you use an oil spritzer. And I'll show you guys what I like to use. So this came from Walmart. This is just butter flavored, like a Pam wannabe. So I spray that on things if I want extra brown. It also says, like, don't overlap food. So you try to lay things out, and that's sort of like don't overcrowd. It says to trim off all the fat before you start doing the cooking. And let's see, so it says to keep light foods from being blown around by the fan, secure them with toothpicks. And I did notice that the bread will actually blow up from the wind inside of the device. Like if you have the bread on top, like on a sandwich, it'll fly up. So these actually will be underneath the dogs, so I'm not too concerned about that. But one of the biggest things is you need to shake, shake, shake. So it says check food and shake basket frequently for even browning. So let's do that again. So I could tell that they're almost done actually. So here at about 2 minutes, I think we're going to hit the stop button. It says if you're cooking less food than the recipe calls for, remember to reduce the cook time. Well, that makes sense because you don't need that much cook time. So that's why we're about to check this one more time. Yep, these are done. Let's hit power. Let's give you a good idea of what these came out like. I don't know if you guys can actually see them right there, but here's what they look like after they came out. Very nicely done here. Let's take them and put them on top of our bread and push down a little bit so they don't roll away. And that's perfect. So like I said, I will do the mustard and mayo after we toast the bread. So now to get this bread nice and toasty, we're just gonna go in there for like 1 minute. Now this part here can be a little bit weird because this thing's already hot, so be careful. So I'm gonna do one at a time for probably 30 seconds to a minute. I'm just gonna push it on, air fry, and start. So what we're doing now is melting the cheese and toasting our bread just a little bit. And of course up there we got ads playing on my videos because they're not signed in. Take a look at that. Not done yet. So this is 2% cheese, so it's not going to melt all the way. So I just keep checking it. Starting to melt. I don't want to go too much because I don't want like rock solid bread. So that's good. These are done. So let's go ahead and turn the power off. And this part can be kind of difficult because this thing is hot now, and so is the hot dog. But there is the, you know, as you notice, American cheese doesn't melt very well, so that's about as good as it's going to get. But what you can't see is that the bread is nice and toasted. So let's get this guy in there, hit start, air fry, and go. Now what we can do is just put it on a minute like that if you want to. Oops, I think I did it wrong. Yeah, here, so if you just go like this before you hit air fry, then it'll just count down from 1 minute. Now while that's going, let's take our mustard here. I know you guys know how to make a hot dog, but this is the way I like. I just put a little mustard on that side, and a little, just a little ketchup everywhere, a little ketchup on this side, and this hot dogage is done. And we check the other one. Not quite there, so we're gonna let that go to 20. And that's gonna be that. All right, guys, so we got our other hot dog on a bun ready. The bread's nice and toasty. Now after you're done with this, you should wash it out. You just want to, you don't even really need soap, but if you want to use soap, you can. It also says it's dishwasher safe, but I'm not 100% sure because I thought it said never use in a dishwasher somewhere. Hot dogs are done. Let me check the cleaning of this guy. See if it actually says. No, it doesn't say in that manual about dishwasher, but it says it's dishwasher safe. But I read somewhere, do not cleaning your air fryer. No, okay, so you can definitely wash the basket in the dishwasher. It says never put the main unit in a dishwasher, obviously. So there you go, guys. There's our review of the Ninja 4-quart air fryer. Love this thing. I use it probably 3 or 4 times a week to cook all kinds of stuff in. I highly suggest you get one of these. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Check out the link in the description. Please support the channel by subscribing and clicking the thumbs up, and buy the products through the link in the description. It helps me earn a few dollars here and there. Have a good day. Bubba, why do you sit with your arm hanging off there, like you're all posing because you're on YouTube and you're the most famous cat on YouTube?
Why are you trying to be all dominant? You trying to be dominant, Bubba.
Look at this leg hanging off.
Just because you got
just one leg. What's happening, guys? Supercar Street Racing. It's been a really long time since my last upload. So, here's what's been going on since the last time that I posted, which was back in February or March. It's been a very long time. So I sold the SL65 to a guy who is in the Air Force. He's actually going to be stationed close to my parents' house, which was interesting. And so since that time, I've been looking for cars. I looked at Toyota Supras, Nissan GTRs, E63S AMG. Still got my hat here for dedication. So I did find a vehicle and I made a deal with someone and I will be picking that car up on Friday. I am driving to Virginia in a one-way rental car and to pick up my new vehicle. In order to get my garage ready for my new car, I had to make some changes because I have not had two vehicles since January. February. Ended up selling my truck as well. So here is my other vehicle that I acquired. This is a 2011 Honda Accord, and I picked it up with, believe it or not, 13,000 miles on it. It's in very good shape. So I've been driving that while I was looking for a new car. I had my yard stuff all right here. I did relocate that again back to my shed so I can make room for the new car. Still have some of my old car parts. I've got my ramps, my battery chargers. I still have the whole entire stereo system that I'd never put into the SL65 AMG Mercedes. And I am ready to pick up my new car on Friday. Super exciting. And I have all this ready for it right here. I'm going to also be putting my parts in here. Right now it's so poorly organized. Just a mess in here. So I'm going to redo all this. Get that ready for new car parts. And so I will be vlogging on Friday as I drive in a rental car to Virginia to pick up my new car, and I will be posting at that time. See you guys. Have a good one. All right, guys, we are out back again. This is going to be a short and sweet update. I started working on getting a ceiling fan beam put across, but then I quickly realized that I am going to have to get another board up here and sister it with that existing board because that thing is flimsy. And I was just going to go across this way, but then I realized that the weight on this patio roof is going to necessitate a beam from there over to the end of there and then sistered up with that guy. So taking a look at our automation equipment, the electrician left about 30 minutes ago and he finished our full automation system. So we have the Jandy Aqualink with the Aquapure salt fluorinator. We've got the Aqualink interface there, and he redid the electrical here for my receptacle for the pool light and for the new automation system here. And if we look inside here, here's the new Jandy automation system already installed and ready to go. Hey guys, Supercar Street Racing here, and today, something that a lot of people do not know or understand how to do, and that is changing the bulb in a standard pool light. That is a pool light that has a housing and a niche in the back of the pool and is connected via one single wire to the switch. That's what most of the old school pools have, is the single light, and I believe was made by a company called Light. There were several made. There is a very dim serial number on the back of mine, and it was made in 2011. Now, I believe that this housing has been replaced. I think I bought this housing because the old one was all rusted out, and yeah, I did actually. I bought this housing and this with a new cord when I changed my light for the second time. So the reason that these are a pain is because inside of this housing is a standard like yard style spotlight. One of those larger ones that just has a standard Edison base. And to change the bulb out in this, because remember these are incandescent back in the day, you have to take this housing, this front housing off, and then you have to replace the gasket every single time that you change the light bulb, because if you don't, you're asking for trouble. Now, when I wanted to change my pool light out to an LED light, I thought that I would do that myself. Back then, I would say maybe 9 years ago, LED pool light bulbs for standard housings were very expensive. Along with that, there's also issues with cooling. Now, yes, the light is submerged underwater, but LED lights get pretty hot, and their solution was a fan. Now, that's interesting to me because the housing is actually completely sealed here. There's nothing for a fan to breathe in, and there's no way to let a fan breathe because this is submerged in water. So I did notice that there was a fan in this LED bulb here. Now, my nightmare story is, the first time I decided to do this myself, I actually pulled out the light from the niche, put it up on the top of the pool deck, which is how you do it. You take one single screw out, which is right here. One screw goes into the niche in your pool, the little metal box that's inside your pool. This comes out, there's enough cord for you to sit this on top of your pool deck so you can work on it. So I did that with this light, except the old housing, and I bought a $250 LED bulb for mine. Put the gasket back together and put it inside of the housing, and also put some silicone sealer around the housing as well because I didn't trust it. And guess what? It leaked and it destroyed my $250 bulb. So then I decided that I was going to try to figure out what leaked. Well, long story short, this gasket here, where the actual cord, this is not replaceable, where the actual cord goes into the housing, leaked. It got brittle and water was getting in right here, and it ruined my LED bulb. So then I purchased this brand new housing, and I decided to let Pinch a Penny pull the wire, replace the bulb, and put the new gasket in with my brand new housing and my brand new light. So they did. So I gave them a brand new housing, I gave them a brand new light, and said, do it. Now, things have changed with the bulb that I have in there now. The Alexa is a one-piece bulb, and there's nothing to leak. It is a solid housing. It does have a gasket in it, and it is bolted together, but you don't have to take it apart. All these lights, when you buy them, all these housings when you buy them, sorry, not the lights, all these old school housings come with a cord, and you must purchase the cord length so that you can pull it to the electrical box, and that is in my video about part 2 of the Alexa pool light. This goes to your pool electrical box, and then from your pool electrical box usually goes to a switch. In my case, now that we're doing the new school one, the light and cord pull to the pool electrical box, and then there it interfaces with another wire that goes to the controller. So we're going to show you how to change a bulb in one of these. So first things first, you take the housing out of the pool with one single screw, and obviously you have water in your pool. You're going to have to dive down and do this with goggles, or you can reach down maybe and feel it with your hand and get it on. So once this is sitting on your pool deck, you're going to have a length of wire inside your niche that you're going to pull out, put up on your pool deck, and that's going to keep the light connected. It is not going to come out. The light is not going to be unplugged from this. This is solid. They make it so you can't undo it so that it's watertight forever, supposedly. Now, that is the point where you need to inspect your light and see if you have cracking and issues around your cord. Now, if there's any water at all in your housing, stop right there and leave your wire out on your pool deck, cut it right here, and buy a new light and wire, or upgrade to a LED light housing with the light built in, because you cannot reuse your housing at that point if it is leaking. If it is leaking from here, if it's just your gasket leaking, if you can tell, then you can replace your gasket and reuse your housing. So that's the point there where you need to figure out what's going on. But let's continue. Once you have your light out on your pool deck, you're going to need an 11 millimeter open-ended wrench, and a drill will be easier with a Phillips on it. And if you notice here, there's a ring around the outer part of this housing. There's a ring connected to this screw with a nut and a bolt. Sorry, it's a screw and a nut. So what you do is you hold the nut while you run the screw off. Like so. And it is very, strip out. It's very, very tight because the screw has become corroded. But yeah, it does not want to come anymore. So I'm gonna have to grab a, let's see if I got the right. Yep. It's a smaller nut. It's a smaller screw head than it is the nut, and this guy is turning, obviously. So let me grab another wrench for this, and I'll be back. I went ahead and got a number of wrenches, including some vice grips here, also some PB Blaster. I would recommend spraying the screw with PB Blaster before you start taking the nut off, because mine is pretty bad. I don't know what size the head part of this is, but I brought a few. Looks like it is 3/8, which is interesting because the bolt, or the nut, is definitely 11 millimeter or something close. And let's see if my ratchet will go on there. It will not. The ratchet style won't work, it's too thick. So we're just going to have to take this off long enough by hand to get it loose enough to get the drill on it, and it is very tight. Yeah, this screw is absolutely shot. Even with the PB Blaster, it does not want to move. It is super corroded on there. Remember, this sits in the water, and all those chemicals and everything in the water take a toll. All right, it's pretty loose now. I bet you my screw driver will get the rest of that off. It's kind of hard to do while you're trying to face the camera, but that's completely stripped out. Now you just need to get this open enough to get this ring off of the clamps. So we got some more work to do here. It's actually pretty loose now. I would have let that, I would do the PB Blaster and let it sit for about 15 minutes before you actually start. Now also remember this clamp sometimes has to be pried apart, but this one looks like it is coming apart. And it is almost ready to be hand. Yeah, it is coming apart. This clamp actually expands so you can get this ring off. Now, this LED light is actually 80% burned out. The blues don't work on it anymore. I caused that. I went out of town one week and left the light on for an entire week, and when I got back, it was toast. Do not leave these on for days and days and days at a time. Okay, so you don't have to take it off all the way, I don't think. I don't recall, but we are going to take it off all the way. Yeah, it's still... Now see, also, these clamps are also movable. All these clamps around the edge of the bulb are movable. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off all the way because it's easier for me. If you can get it off of there without taking it off all the way, I would do that. Because it is almost enough now where I don't have to take this bolt completely out. So once this nut and bolt are out, this ring here, there's a washer as well, pulls off of the clamps. See, the clamps are movable. Now at this point, the light just pops right off of the front. So inside of here, now here's your ring. Inside of here, you are going to find your gasket. Now this one is extremely corroded. It is going to take a screwdriver to get it off, so I'm going to go grab one right now. Alright guys, we got a screwdriver here. Now, bear in mind, always get a new gasket for this. Do not try to reuse this gasket. This is the worst idea you would ever have in your life if you try to do that. But this gasket literally just pries right off of here. If I remember correctly. Trying to remember how I did it last time. Yeah, the gasket just gonna break my glass table, but so there we go. So broke the seal on the gasket. Once that comes out, the gasket is actually around the glass like this. Go ahead and get a new gasket. The pool store will either have these or order them for you. They are, of course, proud of them, so they're probably about $25 or $30. That just goes right around the glass there. Remember what way you take this apart? It's got to go back in exactly the same way. Have a look at what's in here. This is the LED pool light that I purchased almost 10 years ago, and it was my second one. So my mistake was so big on this light wire leaking. It wasn't really my mistake. I didn't know that the wire was corroded. That I had to buy a new pool light for almost $250, and the first one I got was completely shot. Brand new, waste of money. And the new housing was over $250 as well. So it cost me around $750 to get this pool light changed because the housing leaked. Now, inside of here, you would normally find a normal incandescent bulb on these old school ones. But this is a LED replacement pool bulb. And I don't see any obvious signs of issues here. It does have a problem. This is a J&J Electronics bulb, multicolor bulb, and it is controlled with the switch. How many times you flip the switch off and on is how you program this bulb. Now the blues are burned out, or I would resell this. Blues don't work in it. And if you look inside here, you will see this lovely housing. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's completely sealed, and this would be where your new bulb would go. You take your new gasket, put it back around your glass, replace your bulb, put the cover back on the top, and then tighten your ring back around the clamps. And that is how you replace a pool light bulb. I will put some options in the description if I can find the housing. I believe it's an Amerlite or a Pentair or something like that. It does have a serial number on the side because I bought this one years and years and years ago. It's AM, I think that means Amerlite. AM something. And yeah, it was around 250 or 275. If you needed a much longer cord, I thought the cord went all the way to the switch box, but it does not. It goes to the full light box. So I bought the long one. Probably wasted a bunch of money. But I'll put a link in the description to this, maybe the gasket if I can find it, and a modern replaceable pool light, so that if you would like to do this, you are able to purchase your own and do your own DIY install. It's not that difficult, guys. I put silicone sealer on mine because I thought it needed it, but it really doesn't. This gasket just literally slips around here and gets pinched against the housing when you tighten everything back down. And then I actually even tested mine in a bucket of water before I threw it back in the pool. If you want to do that and make sure there's no leaks, like put it in there for maybe 15 or 20 minutes and then inspect the inside of the glass and see if you see any water. You could do that as well. It's not a guarantee that you're going to see any water yet, but hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you are successful in your project to replace your light. Any questions, make sure you hit me up in the description, and have a good day. Guys, we are back in the Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio where my computer has died because apparently the CPU cooler pump went out because it is overheating. So I ordered a new CPU cooler. It's a water-cooled cooler. But anyway, we are down to the backup editing break here, and today we have this generic Bluetooth smartwatch we're going to be looking at on Supercar Street Racing. Good afternoon, guys, on a Saturday here in the Supercar Street Racing Studios where it's going to be 100 degrees outside today. We have this generic smartwatch that was provided to me by the manufacturer to test out for you guys. And it does have an app that goes with it called GloryFit. And if you look right here and right now, you can see some of the features on the watch. Like on the front, you can see the messaging, the phone, and then some other apps. And it can do calls, and it can take track of your daily exercise, keep track of that. It does show your heart rate, help you with training. And then you can see right here, right now, it does blood oxygen levels. And you can listen to music. And it does all kinds of other cool things. For example, when it is on your body, it does show your heart rate. That's pretty cool. And then there's breath training, an alarm clock, a weather. If we just tap the weather here, we can see if it understands where we are. It may not. It's a little bit touchy on the touch screen part, but I'm not even over the thing for you guys, but yeah, it can be a little bit touchy, as you can see. Let's put it on my wrist real quick. I wanted to show you guys some of the settings on this watch, because you can change like the theme and everything. So if we go to settings, we go to theme, dial, that's where you change like the wallpaper and the look of the watch. You can see here we can choose from a few of these, and it really wants to be bright on the screen. Let me lower that. Oh, I just changed it to a pink. I just changed it to a pink rose. Let's try that again. Alright, settings, theme. It can be a little finicky on the touch screen. Dial. And then here we go through the different ones. Pretty cool. Let's try that one. Shows your heart rate and everything on the front. So yeah, you can change the themes of it. I'm actually trying to figure out how to change the weather, because I'm not sure where that is set up. I'm going to look for that. But like when you go to weather, it's hilarious because the weather is like translated wrong. Check it out. Very stronger. And it's also in Celsius, and I don't know how to change that. There's the future weather, current weather, right there on the face of the watch. And I was actually looking for that in settings. It may be on the app. I don't know. Not a whole lot is set from the app. But like info just shows you like the version. System doesn't have anything in it about the, well, maybe it does. System. Okay, no, there's nothing in it about the Celsius or Fahrenheit. Huh. So there's the 3 themes available. List, grid, or nest. It is currently set to list. And there is no place in here to change. Yeah, there's nothing in here to change the Fahrenheit to Celsius or vice versa. Let's check the app. Alright, we are now on the phone and we're going to take a look at the GloryFit app here. Here's GloryFit, and right on the front here, if you see home, it will show you your heart rate. I'm not wearing the watch, so let me put it on. It is connected to the watch. It connected through Bluetooth when I opened the app the first time and said it was synced. And now I am wearing the watch. And it says that my heart rate is 73 beats per minute. I have taken no steps today. And it doesn't have my blood oxygen level. But what we're looking for first is the settings. Device. Let's see, universal settings, unit, there we go, British. Let's see if it actually worked on the watch to change the weather. Oh no, the weather still says 31 Celsius. It didn't change. Okay. So here's all your settings for the actual watch. Here's where you sync your contacts, enable your Bluetooth calling, which it does work. I already tried it. Your heart rate monitoring. These are all your switches to tell your app how to act. You have to have this SMS reminder on to get text messages on the watch. I did find that out. Not sure what the quick reply does. I guess you can reply from the watch. Ah, okay. So you can choose from all these and just pick one. I don't think you can actually text from the watch itself. Here's where you actually check and see if there's an update for the firmware. And I am on the latest version available. And here's like some of the sports settings. Running, cycling, jump rope, badminton, and it can keep track of that with the watch. And if we go back here to me, there is my email, my training plans. You can set goals for yourself. And you can do all the permissions. This thing needs a lot of permissions. It has to be available in the background all the time to receive alerts. Right here, it doesn't. I don't understand how you. Let's see. Permissions. Well, I thought I already had that set up, the background permissions. It hasn't complained, but that's your permission settings. And of course, you can make a phone call, like cancel. You can add a SOS emergency call that you can make from the phone, from the watch. And yeah, basically this app is where you do everything with the watch, keep track of your sports, check out your blood oxygen. It says no data at this time. Let's see, it's testing me right now. So just FYI, your blood oxygen should never be below about 92 to 93%. When you're really sick with COVID, that's when your blood oxygen level gets in the low 90s and you need help. So the watch does say I am at 98% right now on my blood oxygen, but it has not transferred that over to the phone. So I don't know why that hasn't updated. But it did work when I said testing. It did show up on the watch as 99% right now. So I don't know if it actually goes for a while before it can show your blood oxygen level on the phone part. The watch now says 99. And it just vibrated. So I don't know. Oh, there we go. It already transferred over to the phone. Very cool. Alright, awesome. And here's the heart rate. And you can see here that I am tranquil. But I still don't know how to make the phone, the actual watch, go to Fahrenheit. It's still set on Celsius, which I can't change. I'm not sure why. There's actually no place to do that. I guess the app setting is just for the app. I don't know. It says universal. Device language follows system. Time system. Let's change that to 12 hours. Unit. It's on British. I don't know. Maybe it hasn't synced the settings yet. Let me try turning off Bluetooth and turning it back on. Okay. Bluetooth is disconnected. Please connect. Alright, so it reconnected. Let's see if it changed my settings. No, it didn't. I still have Celsius on the watch. So, not sure what that's about. But that's a pretty good look at the app itself. It is called GloryFit. You will have to download that in order to use this watch. We are back up on the wrist again, and this thing is still so bright, and I have locked that down like 50 times. There we go. It is the exposure level on the camera that is killing this. So yeah, that's a look at what it looks like, and you just shake your wrist for it to wake up, and that is the theme that I picked, and there is my heart rate showing, and it should wake up when you shake like that. The channel is operating at less than capacity right now, and we have this smartwatch that we kind of want to give a conclusion on. And honestly, overall, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about this thing. For a generic smartwatch, it is actually pretty good. It does deliver the text messages as it is supposed to. It's inexpensive. I want to say it's around 35 or 40 bucks. I will put a link to it in the description, and we will be offering you guys this amazing smartwatch at the full price because I don't have a discount code or anything. But always, I love it when you guys support the channel, and like, I encourage you to get this, especially if you're doing a lot of fitness stuff, and if you need a inexpensive watch, this will not set you back like a Apple Watch would. And it does all these cool features. I haven't even tried the game. Okay, this looks like Flappy Bird. I haven't even tried this. This is pretty cool. Let's see. Bird game. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm bad at this. How do you even? Oh, you just like tap. Okay. Oh, I got smoked. I mean, it's not exactly fast, but you tap at the top. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, that's Flappy Bird. Anyway. Let's see what else is on here. Numbers and birds. That's it. I guess you get Flappy Bird or you get whatever the heck that is. What's Toolbox? Okay, stopwatch, timer, find phone, remote camera. So I guess you can take pictures from here. You can trigger your camera on your watch. That's about it, guys. I think we've gone through most of the features of this generic rose gold with the pink band, which I wear because I have no problems with my being comfortable with my sexuality as a straight male. And you can see right here, right now, it is 11:59 on a Saturday, and my housekeeper is probably going to be gone soon. She's over. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and my apologies for the video today. As you can see, the editing PC is in pieces. Hopefully it will be fixed tomorrow, where we will start bringing you back the quality level that you're used to. We'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later. Guys, we have something for the garage remodel project right here that is going to change the absolute game. I am so hype trained for this. Right here behind me in the Supercar Street Racing living room, there is an extra large package right here, in which I just doxed myself, but I don't care. And we're going to be opening this up right now, putting it out, and see what is in here. It is something special for the channel. Let's do it. Right here in front of me, and right now in front of me, we have something for the garage that is going to change everything. This is what we have. And it is backwards. We have the Supercar Street Racing banners, the garage, and take a look at this, guys. These are unbelievable. Look at this. There are 2 of these in the package. Wow, these are 10-foot wide banners for the garage. Unbelievable, guys. These are custom printed banners. They're about $110 a piece plus shipping and tax. And now we have something to put up in the garage for the Supercar Street Racing channel. These things are freaking awesome. Let's get them out there and get them hung up. $17.5. All right, let's go. Foot section. just finished parts, I don't even know, like 7 or 6 of the garage remodel project, and this part of the project was these amazing printable banners. And you can see right here, they look so fly on the wall of the Supercar Street Racing amazing garage. And we have finished this part. And check out the banners, guys. They are 10 foot by 5 foot or 10 by 6 foot. I'll have to look up online, but I'm gonna put a link in the description to how you get yourself a custom printed banner just like Supercar Street Racing has. And these guys came out so nice, and they look so good because I love how like they cover up the black space in the wall that was just empty now. The only thing that would look better maybe is with a TV above them on each side, but I really don't need that. Now if we ever decide to actually go live in the garage and do a podcast or anything like that, we can go ahead and set up right in front of this guy, and we can do our podcast from out in the Supercar Street Racing garage. Now all there is to this is if you are not a graphic designer, you need to have someone design your background. Now I sent them a PNG file of this background that I created in Photoshop, and I do have a background in graphic design, so that helps me. Once they have your PNG file, they will approve it and then go ahead and send it off to print. And I think this only took about 3 days to get from the order process right to the Supercar Street Racing garage where it sits right now, looking so fly in front of you. And the next step of this project is this garage door. Now I don't want to reveal too much about what's happening, but let's just say once this garage door is changed out, the look of this thing is going to be so much better. And then we're going to redo the floors, because you can see they have gone through some abuse in the years that since I have painted them. It's been about 2 or 3 years. So I want to get everything out of here and then pressure wash everything and clean it, and then go ahead and put another coat of paint on top of these with more of the sparkles, or get a company to do it. Maybe I can find a company that will work with me and we'll do it and get a sponsorship, but we will see. But that is going to wrap up this part of the garage remodel, and I do have some stuff coming up with this garage door. I am waiting on the paver company to let me know when the materials are going to be here, so they start the garage door and the actual driveway remodel. The driveway is going to be substantially upgraded, guys. I hope you're as hyped as I am. But for now, let's take it to the Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio to check out how you can get one of these for yourself online. Hey guys, I was just working on another project outside on the dock, but I thought I would come in and talk to you guys about these custom banners from uprinting.com. Now these cost about $246 altogether, and I got them in just a couple of days, so it's kind of a crazy good deal and super fast shipping, and I love them. So what I did was I picked a 10 by 5 foot vinyl banner, and I created the artwork myself. And if you need help for me to create art for your banner, just hit me up at supercarstreetracing@gmail.com and I will gladly give you a hand. And I love doing this stuff, and it made the garage look so great. And as you can see right here on uprinting.com, that we do have the vinyl banner 10 by 5 order right there, and you can order other sizes as well. If you don't need something that huge like I did for the garage, and I got 2 of them, then you can also order something a lot smaller, which will save you some money. So go ahead and check out uprinting.com. I will put a link in the description. And now I just want to ask you guys, please, if you can like and subscribe and click through all my product links in Amazon and order any products you want on Amazon, and I get a little bit of a commission from it, and it helps out the channel greatly. Please like and subscribe and click the bell icon as well. The channel's growing amazing this year, and I'm so happy to have you guys with us, and I'm so happy for your support, and every click matters and every comment matters. So go ahead and tell me what you think down in the description. I gotta get going though. I gotta eat some Chinese food. What's up, everybody? Supercar Street Racing here. About to try to get these grills off, paint them matte black. So I hear the first thing we do is take off these 4 Torx screws. I'm going to get my screwdriver ready and do that now. Got my trusty Black & Decker cheap screwdriver out right here. Take those out. Notice right here, this thing's peeling pretty bad. The paint on it, I don't know what that's from. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Got that out. Pretty easy first step. Now I heard from what I saw on these tutorials that now we should be able to pull this back and get to this grill. You just kind of pull it back enough where you can get in there. Once you get one out, you get the other one out. I'm going to work on that right now. Okay, so to get these clips out, you just push down on them. It's hard to explain, but they're like, you can push your screwdriver down. It's really easy, and then they go through the slot. It just took me a minute to figure out how to get it off of there. There's the grill. And then once you have the first one off, you have access to the second one to reach in and undo the other ones. So go ahead and take off both grills like that, and we'll be right back. Got both grills off the car here, as you can see, ugly chrome. And just got back from getting downpipes done. So there's the stock N55 335i catalytic converter, but here's the most important part, Plastidip. So we're gonna set up a little makeshift paint booth out here with this box. Just a normal, you know, whatever box. We're gonna throw these out here in the sun. They'll dry really fast. Throw this box right here. If you want to pre-heat the Plastidip can, you can do that as well. It helps the Plastidip flow better. Always make sure you spray a little bit out before you start spraying your object, because it has a tendency to splatter on the first spray. So take your beautiful chrome BMW grills, and I highly advise putting plastic around this because it will get on your driveway. So I'm going to grab some right now. One thing also, notice that these grills are dirty. Make sure you get something and wipe the grills down completely. I'm just going to use Windex. Beware of this plastic also flying up and getting onto your freshly painted grill. So put stuff around the plastic here to keep it held down. I'm going to start the cleaning process now. Got the grills all nice and polished with Windex here. And the next step is going to be paint. This stuff is shook up really good. Get the cap off real quick. So make sure when you do this, spray a little bit out first. Your first coat's going to be light. There's a lot of coverage though. You got to go from every side. It's going to take quite a bit of time for these grills to make sure that you get everything. Just keep the first coat nice and light, but get everything all the way around. I'm thinking this is going to take 4 or 5 coats. You got to go from every direction. You don't get any runs. Also, drying time about 10 minutes between coats, maybe 15. That's first coat. So anytime you have the opportunity and you have pieces out of your car, you always want to take the time to clean. These are places that you can't normally get to. So for example, inside here, I'm going to take this. Well, there's my Armor All. So this is medium shine, and I am going to clean this up really nice. All in here. Spray that all down really good. Grab yourself a towel. Notice all that wax and stuff that you could never get to is gone. And if you do like to wax your car, you can take this opportunity to wax inside this area that you will never be able to get to otherwise. Look how nice and shiny that Armor All. Look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Now that looks 1000% better. So I'm a stickler about keeping the car clean, even though it is dirty today. I'm going to wipe it down in a bit when I get done with all these projects that I'm doing. But do you see how nice that looks in there now? And up here around the Alright, that's much better. Much better. Nice and clean in there. Yep, take your wax if you have some, or detail spray at least, and go in these little areas that you can't ever get to. Get out all the old wax and stuff. Okay, we are ready for the second coat. Remember to spray out a little bit to the side before you start. Maybe concentrate on those areas that the first coat didn't get. Second coat can be slightly heavier. Remember to get this from all sides. You've got a lot of ground to cover here. Go all the way around it. And when you do, make sure you get all inside those fins. Sorry about the music blasting in the background, folks. So there is coat number 2. Alright, these have probably 4 coats on them. They look pretty good. Give you a good close-up look. I think they're good to go. I don't see any spots. Oh, maybe, yeah, I do actually. These need more. I'm gonna put another coat on. Timer just went off. These have been baking in the sun for about 20 minutes, and no, that's nice. There's a leaf on top. That's what happens when you go underneath a tree. But thank goodness those look to be dry. I'm going to install them now. They should just clip right back in. Got the grill right here. This thing should just clip right back in. Just like that. That's the first grill. Wow, that looks so good. And here's the second grill. Back in there. Good to go. Look at that, guys. That is such a big difference. I'm going to get these 3 screws installed now. 4 screws. Screw number 1. 2. All this stuff is difficult with one hand. 3. 4. Got my trusty Black & Decker. Always have torch on hand for BMW. There you have it, sir. There is the black, matte black Plastidip grill, ready to rock. Looks so good, so much better than stock. Now the only thing left on the car are these side markers, which I ordered, these reflectors, which I ordered, and these trims, which can be Plastidipped if you really want to. So there you have it, how to convert your grill to matte black with Plastidip on your 335i.
That's all I got.
A rev off.
Oh!
I think he needs new rings, bro. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Joe here. You guys know Dukes of Duval. He's been on the channel recently. This is Wayne, Joe's neighbor, and today he's going to be supervising this whole project when we put brakes on this Chevrolet Silverado 2013.
Yes.
Silverado. So we're going to show you guys each step. We're going to video that for you. We're going to show you the parts you need, the tools you need. You're going to see that today on the channel, so stick around, right?
Yeah, stick
All
around.
right, let's go. You ready?
Come on now.
Alright, so we just showed you guys this amazing Chevy truck. This is a 2013, which one?
Silverado 1500.
Does that mean it holds 1,500 pounds of weight?
1500 chicks.
Okay, 1,500 chicks in the Silverado. And we got Wayne here supervising. So Wayne, what's the first step to get the brakes done on this Chevy Silverado?
I would honestly say to jack the truck up and take the wheels off.
So we have to...
Helpful to do that.
It's going to be a lot of help.
So what's the first tool we need in order to get this truck up in the air?
I would say air ratchet gun.
Okay, right. That sounds smart.
Yeah, and just take the wheels off, and then we'll have a good look at the brakes.
Okay, so do you have something to get this truck up in the air?
I do.
Okay, what are we going to use for this?
I have a jack.
Is this a Pittsburgh
3-ton
low profile?
Pittsburgh, low
It's
profile.
a 3-ton jack. I mean, hello.
Yeah, so it'll. This truck is way less than that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do this, guys. You ready?
Okay.
Let's get to work.
Gee whiz, I can't wait.
Let's go.
Wait a minute. Hello.
So what's the first step we're gonna do here?
Well, first thing you gotta do, man, you gotta take off the cap so you can get to the lug nuts. So we're gonna pop that off, easy enough, out of the way. And then we're gonna take a 4-way while the tire's on the ground so you can break these loose. And I think it's...
So if you take it off the ground, basically the tire will spin when you try to break that off.
Correct.
There we go.
All right, so that is 7/8.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And break them. No particular, doesn't matter, just break them.
Yep. Oh, that one's trying to be a little bit sassy.
Got it.
Got it.
stuff up here.
All the rust and stuff. Has these ever been changed? They've been changed, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, that thing is on there, bro.
Yeah, that is on there.
Should have brought my PB blaster.
Well, are you going the wrong way? I'm not trying to be smart.
You know,
He is not. You are going the wrong way.
that's exactly the problem.
You're going the wrong way.
Delete that.
Goes down.
They do go down.
No, it don't.
Ready?
All right, here we are. We are breaking loose the calipers. There it goes. Supervisor Wayne
Hi.
on the job. All right, so we got the first bolt out, and we're going to loosen the second bolt, and the caliper should swing up, making it easy to get to the brakes. And one thing we do have to finish this job is going to be a C-clamp, because we're going to have to compress the caliper
Yep, I got
to
that.
get the new pads in. So we have that all ready to go. Oh, that one's not broken? Yeah, it is.
Well, it's broken, but
Oh, you're going to take it all the way out?
take it all the way up.
All right, so we're going to remove the top caliper bolt now. At which point, it's probably just so dusty. That thing is free, it should come off. There it goes. Center part's coming out. Boom.
All right.
So yep,
Oh, he wasn't lying.
the pads are definitely shot.
Yep.
There's not much left there. So now
Hey,
we
do you have any grease for the back of these pads by chance? A little grease I could rub on them? All right. I'll need the grease.
Where's the new pad?
All right, we got the new set of brake pads here with new clips. And all we have to do now is put these new clips in.
I think they're all identical, right? For sure. Yep.
And they just push right back on the old spot. And then all we have to do is compress the caliper and put the new pads in.
All right.
And so now we have our C-clamps to,
I'm gonna add a little grease to the back of these things.
yep. And why are we doing that?
Helps release them, and then
Okay.
they say it's supposed to stop squeaking, so
Okay.
they say.
Okay.
All right, and then this one is for this way.
All right, guys, we got the new pads here. We're gonna put a little bit of lubricant back the pads to prevent squeaking, hopefully. And then now all we have to do is slide them in the existing holes, just like that. Boom, done. And this other one.
This one. Pop this one in.
Yep, goes right in. Hopefully.
Put this out. Let it go in all the way. Tap it down.
Tap it in. Tap it in.
That was a big tap there.
Tap it in. Now that should fit nicely.
Grease all over it. Great.
You'll have some nice greasy brakes.
That's it. All right.
All right, that is pretty much it. And now we have to compress this caliper with your C-clamp.
Yep, right
Or
here.
it won't go back on. You can see the caliper is extended because the old pads are worn out.
Correct.
Alright, so we got our second clamp on here now so that we can squeeze both of them and they don't affect each other, because what's happening is the pressure is pushing the second one back out when we try to do the first one. So looks like we got it that time. That's my aim for sure.
That's the hope.
So we got it.
Alright.
Gonna go this time.
Probably not the best grease, but it's grease, so we'll use it.
Yep.
And that's it.
It's the best grease.
Oh, that's it.
That is it. So now we just got to tighten our two bolts up and that job is done. Now, this is assuming your rotors are still within spec. We're not going there today. We're not doing rotors.
Nope, they're fine.
So yeah, this is just basic pads.
Where's the other bolt?
Somewhere here we have another bolt. Okay.
Joey, you seriously never squeaked?
Never squeaked.
And so what size was that one again?
19 millimeter? 19 millimeter.
So you have to have the 19 for these guys. And then, are we going to torque it to a certain spec or just tighten it down?
Just gonna tighten it down.
Okay, cool.
I think that's probably a little overkill.
All right.
All right, good to go.
So side one is done. We just got to put the wheel back on, lower the truck, and then work on side number two.
Super fast.
Super fast. All right, we're getting the wheel put back on now. right, guys, we are done with this project for this amazing Chevrolet Silverado 2013. And some of the things that you're going to need for this is the brake pads. These are the Select Best from O'Reilly's. And we also have our clamps here for this. We have a hammer. You're going to need a 19mm socket and ratchet for this. Some grease for the back of the brake pads. A nice jack like this Pittsburgh 3-ton jack. And right here, right now, you will be able to do the brakes on your 2013 Chevrolet Silverado truck, just like we did with Dukes of Duval and Wayne. All right, we're back in the amazing Chevy Silverado truck where we replaced the brakes successfully in about an hour, I would say, just because we had a learning curve. But now we are taking it out for a drive. So what we'll do is we'll probably bed these brakes in a little bit, a couple of good little stops, and see how they feel. And then we're going to put a computer on this thing and pull the OBD2 codes and see if we have any other issues, and reset maybe the check engine light and see what's causing that. And so far, I think that we have a successful brake replacement because we didn't get hit by this guy.
It's true.
And we are going to be showing you guys how to do brakes on a Ford
Chevrolet.
That's
Damn! Damn!
These are good. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we've got a huge update for you on this wonderful Friday evening in the Supercar Street Racing studio. That's right, you are looking at the 95% finished Supercar Street Racing amazing 4K production studio. And I cannot wait to give you guys an official tour, but let me tell you what we have done since the last update. So we got the switch, the Netgear switch, mounted on a nice board, and you can see there I finished it all in very nicely with the foam tiles. It looks awesome. I have 100% finished, except for the door. We don't know what's happening with the door yet. 100% finished with all of the foam tiles in the whole studio. Some of them are falling off, so I have to glue them back as they fall. I put extra glue. That's okay. That's gonna happen because I didn't use a ton of glue everywhere, but yeah. The other thing that's not done is the studio lighting. So this is lights for maybe studio stuff, like a, you know, lighting for me when I'm doing productions. There's one on both sides, permanently wired on. That is not done yet. Everything else almost is done except for table management. So I ended up buying this desk. It's very cool. It's actually a door that was made into a desk with IKEA legs. 90 inches long. It's actually perfect for what I'm doing here. It will fit all of the editing equipment plus my work stuff on this end. I'm going to shift everything down to the end and then move it right over into the corner. That's going to open up this whole space over here for whatever I want to do with it. It's going to leave this space open. There's the subwoofer. I did put the subwoofer connector over there in the corner, and that sub is too big for going in that little pocket right there. So I don't know if I'm going to move this couch that way or keep it that way, but either way, this can actually go under the table as long as it doesn't hit my feet. It's fine. We've got the editing rig down there hooked up to the 4K 50-inch TVs. Two displays there, two displays there, and of course when you move the mouse, you can move from one display over to the next display, and then down to this display and over to that display, where then you can open up a nice monitor session here for Supercar Street Racing. So that is all done. There is the Marantz NR1711, which is actually output from the PC is feeding it. So we're listening to Purple Planet, no copyright music, playing through the Marantz in... Oh, and another thing I finished the wiring 95% for the 7.2 surround sound. That goes down to the wall plate there. It all goes right there. And all I have to do now, right here, right now, tomorrow, because I'm burned out, is on the receiver end, I'm going to put banana plugs. So I'm going to shorten the wires once I get the table closer to the wall. You can see right now it's about 2 feet off the wall. When I get it closer to the wall, I'll shorten the cables, put banana plugs, clean that up, and then I've got tubing to run straight down because there's no wire management on this desk. What else did I get done? I got all the wall plates installed, all the foam tile done, all the speakers are on and running, and they have been set up with Odyssey, so they have been calibrated. That is probably not my final subwoofer. It might be, I'm not sure yet. I'm still looking for one. People think I'm a scammer on Facebook because I don't have a picture. Well, that's fine. I won't buy your stuff. Yeah, so we got Supercar Street Racing going on this monitor, some Visual Dawn up here, some 4K scapage, and that is going to wrap up this update until we do the full tour when I am finished. But guys, it's looking fabulous in the Supercar Street Racing studio. I hope you guys love it, and we will see you tomorrow with another update. Hey guys, what's going on? Supercar Street Racing here. Saturday afternoon, just got done with a big project on the house that you guys are going to see in the next day or so. But I am headed to Advanced Auto Parts because we're going to be doing a 335i oil change video. And so I experimented a little bit with getting a filter from like Walmart didn't have my filter. I tried like 4 different ones and they were out of all of them last time. So I ended up getting the filter from Advance last time, and it ended up costing just as much as getting everything from Advance with the oil change kit. So the oil change special at Advance is $37. It went up quite a bit, $37, $38. 5 quarts of SuperTech full synthetic, which is really good oil from Walmart, is $18. But when you go to Advance, the filter is then another $14. So 18 plus 14, 28, 34. You're almost at the price of the oil change special. So you're better off just getting all your stuff from Advance at this point. If they have your filter at Walmart, definitely buy it there. But they were out last time I went. I don't want to make a trip over there for nothing. So I like the SuperTech oil. The full synthetic SuperTech is just as good as Mobil 1. It is actually made by one of those, you know, higher advanced oil companies and sold to Walmart at a cheaper price. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna head over to Advanced Auto Parts right now. I already have some oil, so I have enough to make up it's 6.9 quarts for the 335i. So I'm gonna go pick up the 5-gallon oil change special. Usually you have to buy 2 so that you get 6.9 quarts, but I already have some oil. So gonna run over there and grab an oil change special now. And then after I have that, I'll update you guys on what's next. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys too, it's about $100 to get the oil changed at the local BMW specialist shop. If you're not into doing the work, then I suggest you just take it to them or the dealer. I think the dealer charges like $150, but I can do it for about $45 is what, $50 max. So that saves quite a bit of money on this oil change. So I actually like doing it, but the difficult part about doing this car is that it's so low to the ground. Not only do I have to have a low profile jack, I also have to drive the car up on little boards to get the car even high enough where the jack will go under it, because I do have the M Sport suspension on here. So it makes it kind of hard. So I have to go on boards first. Then if I want to, I can maybe get it on the ramps but I'll just put it on the jack, and I'll show you guys the jack point is right like underneath the shifter here under the car. There's a little point where you put the floor jack under. So yeah, so it's not an easy oil change by any means. And really, honestly, once you have your floor jack under there, you can just get your jack stands under there, and you don't really need to drive it up on any ramps. Those jack stands will definitely save your life, so do not get under the car without jack stands ready there for some emergency support if you need it. All right, guys, we are about to pull up at Advanced Auto Parts here. If this guy in the back doesn't ram me driving aggressively. Going to get the oil change special. Looks like it's kind of crowded in here. We are at Advanced Auto Parts. I'm not gonna record in the store because, you know, it's awkward sometimes for the people that work there. All right, guys, just got out of Advanced Auto Parts. Ended up getting the Mobile One 5W40 European formula. Like, the car knows if it's, the oil knows if the car's European or not. It's ridiculous. But I got the K&N oil filter. It was $40 for 5 quarts of oil and the oil filter. So this stuff has gone up $10 since the last time I did it. But I already have some oil at home. Don't feel bad about mixing full synthetic oil. It's no big deal. Doesn't matter. And I'll update you guys next when we get there. I think that's a 640i in front of us. All right, guys, we are done with the gym now. And I forgot I don't have an oil change collector thingy, bucket. You know, they suck anyway because they leak no matter what. But I have like a plastic tray that I put them in. But I need an oil change collection thing. So I'm gonna head to Walmart here and see if I can find one. People will go at the light, you know, they like to stop and keep you there until it turns red. And so yeah, we're gonna hit Walmart up right now and see what they have. All right, we're out here at Walmart now. Looks like we got a 16 quart container here for 12 bucks, not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that now. I think that works perfect. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we got a good special video for you guys because my last video about the Honda Civic oil change did very well. I think it has around 25 to 30,000 views right now. So I thought we would take some time to check out how to change your oil in this 335i. And now this is an N55 and this is an E93. Pretty much N54 will be the same procedure. And so we need to talk a little bit about what tools you're going to need to do this oil change. And let's start from here and work our way over that way. So first thing you're going to need is a funnel, unless you're going to just try to pour it without a funnel. Next, you need the oil filter housing cover wrench. And this is one that I ordered off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. Now remember, BMW is smart. They don't have an oil filter that screws off from the bottom and covers you with oil. They have a cartridge-based oil filter right here on the top. It's right underneath this guy right here. I'll show you later. So this is the wrench, the socket that gets the top of the oil filter housing off easily without you having to use vice grips and ruining your nice oil filter housing. Here we have a oil drain pan, I guess you would call it, that I just got from Walmart. It was $11 and it says it holds 16 quarts. So the engine in the N55 holds 6.9 quarts of oil. Remember that when you're going to shop for oil. We also have our ratchet here, and it is just a standard ratchet. Now the drain plug is 17 millimeter. We got a breaker bar here just in case we need that. We have some towels. Always have some disposable towels and always have some regular towels. And then the last thing is your supplies. Here are the rest of your supplies. Here we have 5 gallons of Mobile One synthetic, and we have a K&N oil filter. Now this was all purchased with the oil change special at Advanced Auto Parts. So 5 gallons of oil and the filter was $40. Now I already have 2 more gallons to make up the 7 gallons. You're going to need 7 gallons of oil to change the oil in this N55. This is an E93, E92, E90 are the same car. This is just a convertible. So here's everything you need once again. You need a funnel, oil filter housing cover wrench, which is right here. These are available on Amazon. You need some regular towels. You need a K&N or other oil filter. You need oil, 6.9 quarts of oil. Oil drain bin. Ratchet or wrench, 17 millimeter socket here. A breaker bar maybe, if you can't get it off. Shop towels. And a couple of more things, which I'm going to show you next. So there's a couple of other things you're going to need for this oil change, and since my 335i is so low, I have the M Sport suspension. I need a low profile jack, and I need 2x4s. I cannot get this jack underneath the car here without first driving up on some boards. The car is way too low. You might find that the same on your car, or you might have a little bit higher suspension, but you're going to need at least a jack or ramps, and this car will not drive up on ramps, it's way too low. You're going to need jack stands, 2 jack stands, and maybe some wood to drive your car up on the ramps, because if you're like me, you've suffered from having a low car forever and it just does not want to drive up on the ramps. So we drive up on the wood first, which I'll show you here shortly. Then we jack the car up with the jack, and then we put the car on jack stands and let it down, pull the jack out so we can actually get under there.
Let's talk about everything you're going to need to change the oil in your E90 BMW. You're going to first need an oil filter. BMW uses a cartridge type oil filter. You're going to need an oil filter cap removal tool to take the cap off the oil filter housing. You're going to need a 17 millimeter socket and ratchet, or a 17 millimeter wrench, and possibly a breaker bar. You're going to need an oil drain pan to catch the oil. You're going to need 6.9 quarts of synthetic oil. You might need some shop towels. You're going to need jack stands, probably a low profile floor jack because the cars are so low to the ground, and maybe some old wood to drive the car on to get the floor jack under the car.
Alright guys, we do have the car up on some, not up on, but we're about to drive the car up onto some wood here. Just be aware, this wood has a tendency to slip. Make sure there's no nails in it, because I almost drove onto a nail one time. And we are ready. Mr. Beach just came in the garage. Let's go ahead and drive up. If we can, if it doesn't slip. Alright guys, that didn't work at all. It just pushed the actual carpet here, so I'm going to try some different pieces of wood here.